We're data.
等会儿剪啊，对哈。
3、2、1。
Hi, we're Data Service Corp, and today we're here to present our project for the Datathon. And this is a table of content. So our project goal is to understand the correlation. There are two project goals. One is to understand the correlation between customer cost reasons and possible attributes. And the second one is to improve the existing IVR system. To do that we need to predict the customer calling reason more effectively. And the problem we face is specifically for in which step of the system can we further implement the improvement. Now let's go on to the methodology part. So this is an overview of our methodology. And first we do a data pre-processing and visualization. And the second step we take is to do attribute reason association analysis using the first model fitting and do a reason prediction based on that. And the second part we do is the improvement approach, which we use the model fitting 1 and model fitting 2 to improve the whole IVR system. And then we come to a conclusion and future improvement part. So for data pre-processing, we basically change some existing data formats. And the second one is that we create new columns. One particular one is that the distance and call time column, which is the number of steps mouse goes through until each call ends. For example, if the call if the mouse says the call is following AAPPNL, we're calling that as a 3S distance or call time. This is a plot we plot between the floor call ratio and the call time. As we can see, either for file 3 or 4 datasets, the floor call ratio increases with the calling time. And this one is a top 5 reason table with the highest resolved ratio. So as we can see on the table, the resolve ratio is a proportion of the resolved cases in each reason. And the weighted resolve ratio is the resolve ratio multiplied by the proportion of each reason's cases in the whole data set. We can see that for some of these cases, although the weighted resolve ratio is high, but the resolve ratio is low. So we need to focus more on improving the classification of the reasons.
So as mentioned before, we have fed the random forest model to check the relationship between the attribute and the reason. And so we first performed the analysis on the whole data set. And we found the following attributes being very significant. They are the dates, which is the number of days between the date and the account was opened, and the current date and the account balance, and the number of accounts with synchrony, and the retailer code. And then we put more emphasis on the floor cost, and we found like the significant features being similar to what we have found before, and they are the dates, the account balance, and the number of accounts with synchrony, and the retailer code, and the account status.
For the improvement part, first we need to figure out what reason actually means. In the floor case, the reason can be defined as a meaningful information that can help us with decision making. And for the resolve part, it is actually the last step of this call. The further definition can be seen in this slide. So to solve the problem, we need to analyze the need of our customers. First, customers may intend to make a floor call. Secondly, customers accept IVR. And thirdly, customer might be hesitating in between. And they can be guided to accept IVR. This is what we try to do. And here is an improvement model we proposed. We add two parts in the original process, one before and one after. In the first part, we utilize generalized random forest model. And then the second part, we use the adaptive model. This will be further explained. For the general RF classifier, it can be used to filter the resolvable call as fast as possible. This is the key part in reducing time. And for the adaptive RF classifier, this is used to catch what is missed by the first part and provide additional information for IVR. Moreover, it can set a barrier before call is transferred and guide the call to a possible last action. To utilize the random forest classifier, we did some data cleaning on the original data set. We quantify some of the data. And finally, it is fit to use the RF classifier. And this is the result we obtain. We can see that for the first choice, the accuracy is 54% for the second one and 48 to 50 for the first one. And the overall accuracy of the first one is 84. This is a very high percentage. And there are some notation on the bottom that you can check.
So another point we can improve the IVR system is improving their capabilities. We choose two examples, the CT reason and AA reason, because first, they have a large number of customers calling for such reasons, and second, they have a low resolved rate. So looking at the CT graph, we use logistic regression to plot the attributions against the CT reasons. For the entries that has CT reasons, we mark it as 1, otherwise it's 0. And we can see from this graph that there's a high correlation between CT and account status on both March 13th and March 18th. So we can suggest that IVR should include more abilities regarding the transition of the account status. Here's another sample for AA, which stands for account activation. We can also see that account status is very important in terms of affecting the reason. So we really suggest that IVR to include more capabilities to address account status issues. So in summary, we suggest the IVR system to increase the efficiency and accuracy in terms of minimizing the calling time, by providing a more accurate prediction, and allow IVR to handle more requests upon knowing true reasons. Moving on to the conclusion and future improvement. So in conclusion, we analyze the association between attributes and reason as response, and we propose the idea of predicting some possible reasons that why the customers are calling into our IVR system. For the future improvement, we suggest that maybe we can add more customer demographic features in the dataset for better prediction. And also we should improve the reason category because many reason data are incorrectly being assigned to the BA category, but that's reasonably that's not the true reason. And also we should improve the flow call customer psychology using surveys to know why some of the customers are calling into the IVR systems. Also, we should improve the live chat functionality to transfer customer to digital more efficiently. And lastly, we need to use better computing hardware to fit more specialized and complicated model to improve the analysis and predictions. Thank you.